Hello, everyone. Just to say to you, oh, baby, cool. You see all this manipulation, all this talk from politicians. You see a lot of influencers have been mobilized by Tinubu. They are all over the place. They're saying so many things about him. Tinubu cannot be beaten. Tinubu, it's a lie. Tinubu is afraid. Let me tell you something. At this stage, he can be beaten blue, black, nothing. You see the way they beat him in 2023. Sure, they were saying that he cannot be beaten, master strategist. Even when we say Lagos State, imagine they are counting Lagos State. Was he not beaten? Yes. So this is one of the tweets. I said I don't have time arguing with you about who won the 2023 election. I know you know, and I know you know I know. When last did you talk about Kwankwaso or even Atiku? It is the winner, Mr. Peter Obi, that keeps you obsessed and afraid. Seeing how he is up and about both locally and internationally, unlike you, I am not dependent on my candidate using crime and criminality. I'm ready to put in the work like I did last time, God willing. I am one of the 4 people tweeting in a room. I am not afraid of walking. You see, whatever it is that I did last election, by the grace of God, another election comes. That one is smooth. Aisha Yusuf, I'm ready to put in the work. I'm not ready to use violence. I'm not ready to buy anybody's vote. I'm ready to put in the work and talk to people and convince people. And that's it. So for those of them or you or whoever that is dependent on criminality, go and be doing your thing. You people are afraid. Without violence, without vote buy, you have nothing. I have a lot to work with, and I'm going to work with them. And so sitting down and just making some noises, trying to that, I ain't got time for that. There's work. I have work to do. And I'm going to look at the second tweet. You understand? There were quite two. It's this was the second. Let me see. Okay, yeah. I'm even saying that it's even 3 that I ended up doing that I done. This is the second one. I said Tinubu is the easiest thing to beat. He was beaten before, and he can be beaten again. I don't put water for my mouth. I'm saying it. Last time he rigged the election. This time he shouldn't be allowed to. His desperation and obsession about 2027 election should tell you all you need to do. He is scared. Tinubu is scared. You understand? Me, as far as I'm concerned, I don't look at Tinubu. I'm like, why did he rig election? No. I'm looking at myself and I'm saying, Aisha, why did you allow him rig election? This time, the strategy for the rigging and the strategy for the violence is in place. It's in place. It will be stopped by the grace of God. And I'm ready to put in the work. And the question I ask you, are you also ready to put in the work? Don't believe them when they try to tell you you cannot do anything. It's a lie. Because they want to first of all psychologically get this in. Then there was this thing. The other tweet that I said is this, that I did. I said, I find it extremely dumb, an idea. The thinking that it is Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar, or any other candidate that needs to do something to wrestle power from Tinubu, the illegitimate president. As in, the over 200 million of us are just helpless citizens who are good at nothing but eating and being oxygen wasting vessels. We then wonder why we are treated like slaves. We sure act as one. We the people have the capacity to take the stolen power from Tinubu and give it to whoever we want to. Last time we voted and expected the people we voted for would defend the vote. This time, we would vote and ensure we defend our votes until INEC counts them for our desired candidates. And let me explain this to you. And I'm going to use my 2019 experience. 2019, Aisha Yusuf, I was the only person that voted for my candidate at my polling unit. Because when they called it, it was 1 vote, and that was my vote. Guess what? They finished counting maybe around evening, maybe let's say like by 6, 7 or something like that. They had counted. I was there till they had counted my own, so I know my own had been counted. I stayed there till around 2 a.m. There were some things they were trying to do funny. We stayed there till everything. They counted it. We made sure they tore the remaining ballot sheet. Then you are not going to use our ballot sheet. No, you must cancel it so that you see. After that, that was around 2 a.m. was when I went home. The next day, at 10 a.m., I was already at the collation center, and that my one vote was entered. I made sure my one vote, I escorted my one vote into the system. So you see this 2027 election, that's the mentality every one of us. It's not the matter I voted, when somebody voted, I voted. No. Until and unless your vote is counted, you've not voted. We will vote, we will sit, and we will defend our votes. That's the way it's going to go. No more anyhowness. No more sitting down and just, just allowing things just be like that. No. This time, anyhow they want it. Because one of the things we must never do is allow these people transfer power to their children. They're already on it. They're already working on it. We must not allow it happen. I tell you people, we must not allow it happen. So those are our votes. Let's get ready. You see, this Tinubu one at the say, they go beat am for election like small pikin. They not say we cannot beat him in Lagos. When I was saying this, that Tinubu, they will beat Tinubu in Lagos, people were arguing, no, hey, Tinubu, not lie. Because when people are tired, they are tired. Even the Lagos, they rigged the Lagos election. If you see the difference, they beat Tinubu blue, black, like saying a small pikin whenever I ever do politics, now they beat. Because Lagos people were tired of him. They knew what he was. So it was an opportunity to throw him away. They did. So by the time they came to rig, they couldn't rig him into winning. All they could do was that they could reduce the numbers, which was what they did. They rigged the election. They reduced Peter Obi's number or whatever. So you see, as Peter Obi beat Tinubu blue back like small pikin. You know, say that kind you carry small pikin, they do something, you go spank him for him bump or beat him well. Now that kind thing, now that kind beating. Now they go give Tinubu for 2027. So all these people where they talk, you see, those politicians, if they listen to them, they get liver, they get mind, they feel fight for themselves. Those are now poor people now, poor. They talk about people now, they bring poor people into conversation. Those ones don't know how to fight for nothing. Most of the politicians we have today, there are people who they were doing dobale for other people and they were taken into office. They were doing dobale for one person or the other, and before you know what's happening, they made them, what do you call it now? They made them, gave them one position, either SSA, kini, or they say come and run for office, and they'll be doing yes. So they don't know. They don't have fire. They don't have courage. They don't have anything. But you see this time, citizens, if we stand, and by the way, you see that National Assembly, they tell them, not there, not there. Our game, not there, you go level up. We got to send people to that National Assembly. May they sit down there. They will see how whether anybody will call himself president will carry bill come they do anyhow, or you go carry say budget come they do anyhow, or you go no now. If it can't happen. So ladies and gentlemen, we get work for our front and we go walk the walk. And Tinubu go know the meaning of say when that program where they talk say if village people gather cook food for you, you no fit chop am. They fit chop the one where you cook, but the one where they cook for you, sigh.